Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Yalla Salesforce. We will continue our journey with Yalla Salesforce Trail Max. So, over the last couple weeks, through our journey, we went through a lot of modules together. So, we understood first what is the platform, what Salesforce is about, Trailhead, understanding different ranks, different career path, and then we started to go for what is the back end, and then we went to through the front end, and finally over the last couple of weeks we were mainly focusing on user management and data security and different security across the org, objects, fields, records, and so on. Today we are starting a new chapter for like getting back to basics, to the standard functionalities for different clouds. Like we're gonna start with the foundations and accounts and contacts, and over the next couple of sessions we're gonna go for take a sneak peek from sales and then service and so on. Today we're gonna go through the accounts and contacts, which is super foundational part of the platform, because accounts and contacts are the heart of all other clouds. You start your engagement with your customer through accounts and contacts. We're gonna cover accounts, contacts, how we relate them to each other, what are the different relationships for accounts, accounts to user, accounts to contacts, and so on. Also, the different types of accounts. We have business accounts and we have personal accounts, and we're gonna go through all of these great details together. All right, so let's start. What are accounts and contacts? Great business are built on great customer relationship. It's all about, we are starting this platform as a CRM, customer relationship management. And in order to have this customer relationship management, you want to make sure that you know as much as you can about your customer. Building those relationships takes time and effort and care. It also requires information. You need to know who your customer are, where to find them, how to contact them, and how you can make them happy. All right. In Salesforce, you store information about your customer using accounts and contacts. As we mentioned before, accounts mainly are businesses or organizations you are dealing with. However, we have two different of accounts, and we're gonna cover it very soon: business accounts and personal account. But for now, accounts are mainly organization if you are in B2B business. Contacts are people within those companies that you will not be contacting the account or the organization itself direct. You will be talking to people within those organizations. That's why having this relationship between contacts and accounts is very critical. Accounts are companies that you are doing business with, and contacts are people who work for them. Accounts and contacts are related to many other objects. That's why we just mentioned it's on the heart of any data model, which make them some of the most important objects in Salesforce. Understanding how to use accounts and contacts is key to getting the most out of Salesforce. As we just mentioned, that we have B2B model and we have B2C model. So businesses selling their products to other businesses, or businesses are selling their products directly to consumers. Accordingly, if you are doing business with a single person, like a solo contractor or an individual consumer, you use a special account called person account. Person account are like the business account, but they are like combining both accounts and contacts together. So when you create one record, when you create a new account of type person account, you will be surprised that the details will be required from you to provide the first name and last name, which are not normal in the business account because there is no first name and last name for a business. But for person account, you will be providing person details. Accordingly, for every account you're going to create, it's going to create automatically contact related to it. So they are two records and they will relate them to each other. All right. And we're going to do all the hands-on to see it later on. But because they are meant to record information about individual person account do not have their own contacts. It's blended together. There is no account and all the contacts related. It's a person. For the purpose of this module, we will assume you are selling a business in order to manage all the other modules. But as we promised, we will go through the person account too. Your accounts are all business accounts, but almost everything you learn here can be applied to both business and person accounts. All right, any questions? Sounds perfect. All right. Use business accounts to track companies. Imagine you are a sales rep for a company for cloud kicks, a company that specializes in high-end custom sneakers. You are on way to meeting with your customer. So you want to see this customer 360 view. What are the details for that customer? What are the contacts that I'll be dealing with in this company? What are the last activity that we did? What are the last call? What is the summary for that account? All of these great stuff. And with all the AI capabilities and agent force and so on, you can have all those summaries for the account, last interactions, next best action, and all of these great stuff. You think that Gig Cloudy team will love the latest Cloud Kicks sneakers. You want to brush up their needs and buying history. You want to see all the history. If you have B2B or you have B2C as well, you will be able to see what the history for their purchases and so on. Or if you don't have B2B and B2C, at least you have all the opportunities and so on. And you want to wow them by knowing who's who at Git Cloud. You can find the information you need in Salesforce. All right. So all what you need to go to the accounts, and then you will be finding all the details for that account. So let's create it. So we'll jump to the organ here. If we are talking about sales cycle, so I'll go for the sales app. You will find different tabs as we used to have before. I will need to create an account. So I'll go in here, create a new account. I need to create Get Cloudy, my customer. So the account name is Get Cloudy. I need to make sure that I have a phone number in case we need to reach to the company, which is, this is the core for a CRM. Account number, this is the account number. We have account site, it's single location. Where is the account site? It's in here, single location. And type is customer direct. Then industry consulting. They are doing consulting work. And then the billing city in here. And finally, the state is in vain. All right, now we have an account in Salesforce. You can see all the details in here. You can see all the details that we stored together, and then you will find everything related. So in the next step, we're going to create contacts, opportunities, cases. So you'll find all of these details, a holistic 360 view. On the top of all of these great records, you will have all the activities. When was the last interaction and the upcoming activities that you are planning to do. You see information collected as a company and a list of records related to it, such as people who work, deals in progress, service requests, all the details that you are interested to see. Also, if you can have in here all the chatter feed. If you are collaborating, you can see documents, you can see files, attachments, and so on. All right, and as we learned before, that for every record on the desktop, you can still, while you are on the go, you can open Salesforce app and you can see all the same details on the mobile app. So far, so good? Perfect. All right, so use business contact to track people at companies. One of the most important things you need to know about the company is who work there and how to reach to them. In Salesforce, the people who work at your account called, as we just agreed, contacts. So if we are looking for the people who are working in there and we need to contact them, they are all contacts within that account. Your contacts at Get Cloudy Consulting are Alan and Lang. In Salesforce, you have a contact record for Alan listing his employer account, email address, phone number, all the details that will help you to reach to that specific contact. So usually when I'm serving that account, I will navigate to the account, go to all related contacts, and then I will see the contact details in order to be able to reach out. All right, so now it's the time to create contact under this specific account. So I came from here. It will automatically default for me the account I'm already in. So I need to create Alan. So I'll go in here, Alan, and the last name Johnson, and the title is Sales Manager, and the phone number is here. Here we go. I'll put phone and mobile. All right, and the email address. Here we go. Save and new. I will create another contact for the same exact account. So I need to create link and marketing manager here for the title. And finally, the email address. It's very crucial. All right. So we saved two contacts. So if I am serving that account, I'll go to that account, and then I'll find two contacts that I can be dealing with. Now that Alan and Ling have records in Salesforce, you find them by clicking either in here, accounts related, or you can even go to the contacts and say, show me my contacts or all contacts. And then if you want to have the normal list view, how it look like, here we go. So you have the recent that we just created. All right. And because both Alan and Lang are contacts for this account, you find them both listed in the account record details as we just saw. Like an account record, the contact record can have its own related list. So when we navigate to the contact and I go to the related, I can have opportunities, cases, campaigns, and so on related to the contact itself. All right. Track your customer interaction. Let's say now I want to connect with Ling and I need to log a call. So when I serve them back in 2-3 weeks, I will need to know what was the last interaction. If there is any other user or colleague that want to connect with Ling, it's good to have this big picture and the 360 view for that specific customer and contact. Salesforce records are only as useful as the information you stored in them. It's great to store contact information, phone number, and names. It's never better to keep running record of your interactions so they know exactly whom you last worked with the customer. The related information listed for each contact ensures you and coworker are all up to date with the latest interaction with that specific account and contact. You just got off the phone and it's the time to log this great call. All right, so I'll go in here. These are the different activities. You can log a task, you can log a calendar and an event, and you can have a log a call. So we are talking about here, a call just happened, and I need to put all the details for this call. I will say it was a great call. All right, and now save. So when I go to Len, now I will find that I had a call with her. All right. Best practices. In order to not be lost, in order to make sure that you are doing the right things for maintaining your accounts and contacts, know your company's naming convention. As we will learn in the next module, that you will find that there are a relationship between accounts and themselves. You might have a parent account or a parent organization, and you have all their subsidiaries, and you want to relate them to each other, and so on. So using establishing naming convention help everyone in the company. Names not only help you to find your companies in your records, but they can be used to denote relationship between accounts and help you decide if a company or individual already exists in your records. Try as much as you can to avoid any duplicates. That's why you will find those duplicate rules, which we can cover it in another session for the duplicate rules. But try, in order to get this customer 360 view, you need to make sure you are not duplicating any accounts or contacts. Because when the moment that you're gonna duplicate an account, that means you will lose this 360 view, because you will have some activities in account A and some activities in account B. You will have certain cases account A and some cases in B. And in order to be able to know, you might even know that we have two. And if you know, that means you need to go between two records and so on until you decide to merge those two records together. So try as much as possible to have the proper naming convention that will protect you and protect your org from having duplicate records. Associate contacts with an account. You cannot have an orphan contact. Otherwise, no one will be able to see it. No one will be able to reach it other than you. Contact without accounts, private contacts are like forgetting boat, drift at sea. They are hidden from all users except you and system administrator, which makes them easy to forget. So we want to be in touch with all our contacts. We are not putting those checkers just to store data. We are putting them for a reason, in order to be able to reach them and enrich and grow your business. So make sure to have a account for each contact. Don't let inactive accounts and contact get lost. Make sure that you have always ongoing conversation with your customer. Let's have some activities happening 30, 60, or 90 days, depending on your business. Maintain active ownership. So in order for someone to serve the account, they will be owning that account and have a good relationship with their customer. If I have this account owned by inactive user, that means that there is no ongoing conversation with that account. No one is owning that account. So make sure that you are assigning accounts to an active people. It's hard to actively manage an account if it's assigned to someone who is not using Salesforce. Keep your records updated, and you can create a lot of reports in Salesforce, so you will be able to tell which users are active and inactive per account and so on. Keep your records updated whenever you locate your new information about an account contact lead. Your Salesforce data is only as good as you make it. However, there are some integration that you can do it. There are a lot of great partners that they provide solutions to keep those accounts and contacts updated. So there is a workaround as well, rather than having like an ongoing maintenance for the accounts. There are some help can be provided by partners, but keep your data up to date for sure in the best practice. All right. Any questions? Sounds perfect. If there is no questions, let's jump to that challenge. I will create a new contact under Get Cloudy. So I'll go back in here. I'll go to the account, Get Cloudy, and I'll create a new one. And the first name is Maria. And the last name is Clifton. And finally, the title is Regional Sales Manager. Save. And let's check. All right. So what we did cover so far, that we understood that we have two different types of accounts: business account, personal account. We understood that the business account, our organization we are dealing with, we have contacts that we will need to deal with within those organizations, and we create a bunch of contacts. Now, let's jump to different relationships with Salesforce if there is no questions. Perfect. Understanding accounts, contact relationships. So we need to understand different types of relationship between accounts and contacts. Relate a single contact to multiple accounts. Create a hierarchy and set up account team. So you are preparing to meet with Alan and Lam from Get Cloudy Consulting. You've done your research and reviewing their company's history with CloudKicks. Now make sure you understand how the people, their company, and your team fit together. So it's all about now account-to-account relationship, account-to-contact relationship, account-to-user relationship. Those are the different types of relationship. There are three types of relationship between people and the account that you are tracking. Each type of relationship offers different view into your business. Relationship between companies, account, and the people who work at them. Exactly like what we did. Account, and I have a contact directly connected to that account. Relationship between your customers' accounts and the other customers' other accounts. So we just mentioned we might have a parent company and we have subsidiaries. So we will need to have a relationship between that account and this account. By relating a contact to more than one account. How about if I am a consultant for company A and company B, and I want to represent this relationship between those two accounts within the system? Is that possible? The answer is absolutely yes. So there are indirect relationships that can be stored within Salesforce. There is a junction object called account contact relationship, which we will be enabling together. And this will allow you to have those indirect relationship. You can trick relationship between people and the company they work with. Knowing whether a contact has an indirect relationship with GitCloud can help move a deal forward. Finally, relationship between customers and co-workers who deal with them, users. Finally, account team, as we covered in the data security, because it has an impact as well in the data sharing, that you can allow people to see if we are all serving that account using different roles. We can construct an account team, and we can put the default team together in order for these people to work for that specific account. So far, so good. So 3 different types of relationship: account, contact, account user. Contact to multiple accounts. Your contact might work with more than one company. A business owner might own more than one company. Or consultant might work on behalf of multiple organizations. How can we do that? So let's go back in here. So I have Ling in here. She has an account name in here. But can I put multiple accounts? The answer is no. It's only one field within the contact. Accordingly, this is a direct relationship. But how about Ling is working for GitCloudy and 3 other companies? How can we do that? Now it's the time for account contact relationship. If I went to set up in here and I said object manager and I started to look for account contact relationship, there is no account contact relationship. It's just an account. So how can I go there? In the home, account settings, go edit, and you need to put this: allow users to relate a contact to multiple accounts. So you will hit save in here. Now it's doing its magic, enabling account contact relationships. Once it's done and it's enabled, you will go here into the object manager one more time and say, I want account contact. Now it's showing up, account contact relationship. Well, this account contact relationship, as simple as, is it an active relationship, start and end date, and what will be the role that you are playing with this specific account, and whether it's direct or indirect. So if I came back in here, so with doing this, by assigning an account to a contact, you will find that a record in the ACR, how we name it for abbreviation for account contact relation, you will find a direct relationship. So go in here, ID, name. So let's do this. Select fields all from account contact relation and the limit 200. This is called SOCL. We didn't cover it yet, but we will cover it in future sessions. So now these are all the account contact relationship. I want to focus on the contact in hand, where contact ID equals this guy. And now I have its direct relationship. So if I don't want to see all of these great information. I just want to see account name and contact name and is direct. All right, so I have that Ling is connected with GitCloudy and it's a direct relationship. All right, how about I want to create? Now we did all of that in order to create indirect relationship. How can I do that? Once I enable, I need to go back to the contact object manager, into the contact. And from here, I will go for the page layout, and I'll go for the contact layout, and I'll go to the related list in here. And part of it, I need to put related accounts in here. So once I add related accounts, this is the ACR relationship. I'll hit save. Yep. And now it's time to go back to the sales app. Within the sales app, now if I open the contact, now I have related accounts showing me GitCloudy is a direct relationship. But I want to add another relationship with, let me open all the accounts with Edge Communications. So I'll go back to the contacts in here, and I will say Edge Communication. and this is my role. I am a decision maker in there, and I'll hit save. Now I have a direct relationship with Get Cloudy, and as well, I have indirect relationship with Edge Communication. So far, so good. Accordingly, when I go in there, I have now, these are the direct relationship as well, but I can add as well in the indirect relationship in here as well, so it will be visible. Already. So this is the direct and indirect relationship. Let me add another company. So company 3, I created another company, and now I have 2 indirect relationship and 1 direct relationship. Let's get back to the SOCL, run the same exact query. Now I have 1 direct relationship, 2 indirect relationship. Is it clear? Any questions? So this allowed us to create multiple relationships for the same contact for different accounts. And this is the junction object many-to-many relationship. All right. Let's go back to the module. When you relate a single contact to multiple accounts, you can easily track the relation between people and businesses without creating duplicate records. The relationship rules are still simple. Every contact needs to be directly associated with an account. This is the account that appears in the account name, which is the direct relationship. But if I want to create indirect, it doesn't make sense to duplicate that contact and having another account. So we had this account contact relationship in order to associate. Any other account associated with the contact represent indirect relationship. The related contacts list view let you view current and past relationship and capture unique and custom details about these relationships. All right, so we covered all of these great stuff. All right, so use relationship details to help close deals. In preparation for your meeting, you check account record and review the list of contacts, Alan and Len, who you are already been in contact with, are listed along with their titles and roles. If your company use contacts to multiple accounts, you might notice that James is also listed. So let's go back in here. Let's go to the account like Edge Communication, and let's add this other related list, which is, let's go for edit object, and I will go for the related list within the page layout, account layout, and within the account layout, I'll go for the related lists, and I'll put related contacts. I'll put it here on the top, and I will hit save. Yes. All right. So now, if I'm back in here, you will find all the direct and indirect relationships. So if you want to see that those are, we connected link into the Edge Communication as an indirect relationship. So we have it in here with its role, but those are direct relationships. So you have the holistic picture. Although Get Cloudy isn't the account listed on his contact record, he is consulted for Get Cloudy, and it might be worth reaching out as well. All right. So now you have the full 360 view for the direct and indirect relationship for people dealing with this specific account. Define company relationship with account hierarchies. Now it's the time for the parent account ID. So if we came back in here, let's open the schema builder. We saw it like back in the days when we were talking about the data modeling and so on. Let's put it together to understand how those relationships are working. So account, I want to see account, I want to see contact, and I want to see account contact relationship. Those are the 3 objects in question in here. So I have account, contact. We mentioned that we have this junction, account contact relationship. And if you notice that we have a direct relationship in here, hierarchy from account to account, in order to enable the account relationship. And it's represented by the parent ID. Okay, so let's go to this account, and you will find in here, view the hierarchy. This is what will show you where we are. So Alan and Ling work at Get Cloudy corporate office. But you see several other accounts with similar names: Get Cloudy East, Get Cloudy West, Get Cloudy Canada. You might have different regions that this Get Cloudy is in there. And the main, all of them should be related to the corporate office. How are all these companies related? Let's dig into it. So I'll go back to the account which we create, Get Cloudy, and I will create a new account in here. I will say Get Cloudy East, and the parent account is Get Cloudy. Save a new. I will have Get Cloudy West, and it's related to the Get Cloudy. I will create Get Cloudy Canada. So we'll have the same view we have it in the trail. And now we built all the relationship. So if I clicked this one now, it will show you that you are in Get Cloudy Canada, and this is where you are from this big hierarchy, and this is rolling up into Get Cloudy. From a data model perspective, you will find in here from, now we are talking about from account, and I don't have any. Yeah, let's have the Get Cloudy account number. So Get Cloudy in here. This is the Get Cloudy, and I will say data export, and I will go in here from account, where parent ID equals this guy, or the ID equals, so I'm asking, get me everything related to Get Cloudy, whether it's a parent or a child. And I want to see the name and parent.name. Perfect. So I have Get Cloudy. It's on the top of the hierarchy. There's no parent. However, I have Get Cloudy East, West, and Canada, and all of them are reporting to Get Cloudy. It's rolling up. All right. So now we understand the hierarchies. We understood that we have account and contact are directly related to each other through the direct relationship by the account ID. We have account to contact indirect relationship through the account contact relationship, and we have account to account through the parent ID. Best practice for establishing account hierarchies. You can go global enterprise account. You could establish one global account and link all contacts, opportunities, cases, and so on. So you have a big enterprise account that has everything related to it, and so on that single overarching account. Using one global account makes it easy to find the account because you have everything in one place, but it doesn't tell you exactly which region or which office. So find that account record and report on that account at the enterprise level. But it's harder to manage because it's a large mass of information for irrelevant information, maybe for your region. And not being able easily view the big picture might make it hard to see each location and who needs attention. Location specific account, exactly like what we did. We have Get Cloudy East, West, Canada. Accordingly, you will be able to exactly tell who are the contacts within this specific region. And now, if you have this good structure, you'll be able to see what was the last activity that you did with this specific accounts and contacts. Establish accounts for each location, create contacts, opportunities, and so separately for each location. With this option, you maintain more accounts and need to set up few more complex reports to get the big picture. But using multiple accounts means you can advantage of account ownership, hierarchies, specific sharing, and more granular reporting. We recommend establishing an account for each separate location rather than squeezing all of them in one big giant account. All right, so we covered accounts, contacts, account to account. Last thing is the account to employees or accounts to users. We talked about this functionality, part of the sharing, as we mentioned, that we are creating an account team that usually work and collaborate together in order to serve that account with different titles, with different roles for that specific account. We have also the functionality of a default team. So Basim used to work with those three great individuals within the company. We are all collaborating as an account team, and I have my default team. We can, with one click, add all the default team to the account. How can we do that? If you remember, I'll go back in here to the setup. And first, I need to enable account. So from account teams, in here, enable it, save. Once I do that, it will ask me which page layout. So I'll add it to all page layouts for now. Save. Now I will need to define the roles. There are predefined roles. You can deactivate them. You can create your own. But for now, we'll keep everything by default. And we have it already now added to the page layout part of the enablement. So if I went back to the accounts and I went to Get Cloudy, if you scrolled all the way, you can add a team member. So you can add certain individuals as this specific user to be a team role and so on. So let me go and create a user. I'll go in here, user, and I will create a new one. Team member 1. And the email is like that. Team member 1 dot. And I will be assigning a Salesforce license, and I'll give as well the sysadmin, and I will hit save. Now I created this user. Now let's go back to my user, which is in here. This is the user details, but I can assign in here my default account team. So the default account team in here, I can say I need to add team member. I will find it. Member 1, and I will give read only, and it's just everything is read write, and the role is executive sponsor. All right, so we created this user and I added him as my default account team. Accordingly, if I came back in here and I said, let's add my default team, automatically it will add my team in here with all whatever security I allowed. And now we related those specific employees, users to that account. All right, so unless your company is small, it's likely that more than one person work with each account. For example, the team of employees for an account might include a sales rep, sales manager, support agent, and so on. With account team, you can enable the appropriate access to different account roles. Each person on account team can be assigned the different roles in a different and give the access to the opportunities and cases. For example, the support agent can see and edit cases tied to the account. The account team feature isn't set up automatically, and administration must turn it on as we just saw. To make account team faster, you can define your default account team as we just did. So with one click of a button, you can add it. All right. Any questions? I believe we covered it all now. If no questions, let's jump to the quiz. Woohoo! We made it. Thank you very much. We're gonna continue beyond this by showing you what person account means. All right. So if we came back in here and I want to set up person account, so I'll go setup and I'll just write person account. It will show you that you need first to understand what person account. It's gonna do double storage. Once you enable it, you cannot go back. So you need to make sure that you understand all what person account means. And the very first step in here that you will need to acknowledge that you understand count against both accounts and contact. As we mentioned, when we create one, it goes for both. Person account cannot be included in account hierarchies, contact hierarchies, or have direct relationship with other accounts. So you need to go through all of these different limitations and considerations before you say, yes, I understand. Because the moment you will say, yes, I understand, you cannot go back. You have a person account for granted. All right. Since we have two different types of accounts, now business account and contact and person accounts, so you need to define your business accounts record type, and Salesforce is going to do the person account for you. So you need to have at least one record type. So we went to the account from object manager record types or through the setup. You will say in here, I will create new. And the record type for me will be business account. All right, and it's active, available for all profiles. And apply one layout for now. and just hit save. Sounds perfect. So we created the business account record types. Now, for the profile, I want to make sure that this profile has access to both business account and person account. You can go in here through home, profile, and from profiles, I'm a sysadmin, so I'll go for the system admin. So in here, S, and I'll go to the system administrator. I want the enhanced view because I don't like this big scrolling. So again, if you remember, I'll go to the user management. And from user management settings, I will go for the enhanced user profile. Now I'll go back to the profile. And from profiles, I'll go for the sysadmin. And from the sysadmins, I want to go to the account object, which is this is the object in question. Account object. Love. So I'm in the account object now. I want to edit, and I want to give the person account access to the sysadmin in order to play with it. Okay, so I don't have yet the person account available. So I'll go back to the person account. Let's see what's going on. So set read permissions, set or by default. I didn't enable it yet. So I created the record type, but the last click in here I was missing. So I need to enable person account. And they're gonna say if you went there, you will not be able to go back. Enable. Now I enabled the person account. Now I have person account and I have a business account. Now let's go back to the profile. And from the profile, sysadmin, in here, go back to the account. And from the accounts, now edit. Now I have person account is visible. Sounds perfect. So I need to assign it to this specific profile. Now I will say person account default record type is person account. Save it. Now, congratulations. We have business accounts and we have person accounts formally in the org. So let's see how it works. Now I saved, I have the access, everything is perfect. I'll go back to the sales. And within the sales, I need to go to the accounts. And now let's create a new account. It's still showing only the business account. So I want to make sure that I clear all the cache I have. Right click, inspect empty cache and hard. Refresh in here. And now new account showing me the beauty of business account and person account. Business account, which we are all familiar with, where you're going to put account name and parent account to the screen, we are all familiar. But person account, it giving me first name and last name. And here, where you will enable for your business the B2C part of it, which is you can deal directly with the people, with the consumer. All right, so I will create a contact for now, Maria and Corbin, and we are putting all the details for this specific. You have the billing address and you have the shipping address, and it's a combination between the accounts and contacts, as you can see. All right, so let's see. Now it says it's person account, it's Maria, and when you show all data in here, you are still in the account. But you have a lot of details coming from the contact. So all the details for the contact side, which are in here, you will find person, anything that prefixed by person, it's coming from the contact. On the top of that, you have in here new field that it wasn't there before you enable person account, which is which contact is related to that specific person. So you have 003 in here. So when you open it, show all data. Now we jump to the contact. We have a corresponding for that specific account, another contact to store the first name and last name that we put together in there. So let's go back to SOCL. I know we are not there yet as well, but in here, I am in account. I have Maria, and let me go to this specific account. So I need to have ID name from account, where ID equals here. Now I have Maria, but I have contact related to it, person contact related to it, and I can even mix between account attributes and contact attributes and so on, right? So now we are combining between that person and contact. Let's see where this phone is stored. So do I have in here phone? Phone is the contact attribute or an account attribute? So it's in the account. Is it stored in the contact? Let's see. I'm curious. So contact person contact dot phone. It's stored in the account side and in the contact side. So this is as simple as what is the person account. It's Salesforce is doing that for you. Don't worry about it. It's in the back end. You just need to know that for every account, you will have a corresponding contact associated together, and Salesforce is managing to store which data where. You are not doing any of that. We just created an account and Salesforce automatically. And since it's the best practice, we said one of the best practice to not have an account without contact. So for every person account, Salesforce automatically gonna create a account and contact, link them together, and from user experience, you will not be able to tell what happening in the back end. For you, you have an account called person account, and it's called Maria, so you can straight directly connect with him or her with all the 360 view for all everything you are familiar with, cases, opportunities, activities, chatter, and so on. I hope you have enjoyed this person account extra piece of information. And if there's no question, wish you all the very best and have a wonderful day. Talk to you next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.